wakatoa masikio so yake. Angalia mdomo. Wewe unasifika kwa mdomo. Angalia mdomo. So wako.
Mbona ana mdomo wako?
Muangalie nyusi. So zako.
Komwe.
Muangalie komwe. Macho.
Maana waongo wachagi komwe.
Unajua kuna komwe ya kijiko cha chai afu kuna kijiko cha chakula. Unajua vinatofautiana komwe. Unasema komwe hili mbona kijiko cha chai? So wewe muangalie matege. Mbona matege kama mikono ya ndoo? So wako. Wakatulia. Walipomwangalia vizuri kiuno nini, wakasema huyu ni mtoto wa jamaa ambaye juzi kafunga ndoa.
Welcome to AFAX number one stop entertainment and trending news. Now, Hamisa Mobetto is a mother who is pissed, angry, and sick and tired of getting to hear people always questioning the father to her second child, Dylan. Now, the subject of Dylan's paternity is one that has gone through the years. From the day he was born to this very day, is that several men have been labeled to be the father to Dylan, including our very own Jaguar here in Kenya. Now, of course, what we do know, rather what we've gotten to know, is that Diamond Platnumz is the father to Dylan. And Diamond Platnumz is also a huge contributor to this online criticism that happens to Dylan together with his family. Diamond has treated Dylan differently compared to his other children, and also somebody who is now being labeled as the father to Dylan is Nass, the husband to Nandi. Now, in the short video clip that I shared with you guys in the beginning of this video was a radio interview, and the person who was being labeled to be the father to Dylan is Nass. That the features are striking, and this is just a photo comparison that has been going around on social media as well, claiming and trying to prove that Dylan is the son to Nass. Now, Hamisa Mobetto was not happy over these statements. She put out her statement out there, and one thing we can say for sure is that she was not happy at all. And Diamond Platnumz's family have also contributed to this online ridicule to Dylan, because they also have refused to acknowledge him as Diamond Platnumz's son. We will be getting into that later, but this is what Hamisa Mobetto wrote in regards to her son being linked to Nass. So she wrote, yani sipendi mtu aongelee mtoto wangu, sipendi na sipendi tena jameni, na wala sijawahi elewa watu wazima wanakaje chini wanaanza kumwongelea mtoto wa miaka 5 kama walikuwepo wakati anapatikana. Binadamu mpoje nyinyi, au mnataka nini haswa niwasaidie? Sidhani kama kuna siku nimewahi mtafuta mtu nikaja kuomba msaada wa kulea mtoto wangu. Tafadhalini sana, naombeni mumwache kijana wangu. Hamjawahi hata kumwona live, lakini maneno mengi sana. Sipendi kero na mtu, na mimi sio mtu wa kuropoka wala muongeaji. Chonde tusije onana wabaya. Yani ni kwamba mnakosa vya kuongea au ni nini? Please mwacheni mwanangu, please, naombeni. Kama kuna kitu niliwakosea mimi, naombeni mdeal na mimi na sio mtoto wangu. Wekeni jina langu na la mwanangu mbali na vinywa vyenyu. Yani mtoto wangu mie, nyie ndio mumpangie baba, nyie kama nani haswa? Yani binadamu mnapenda sana kujipa mamlaka kwenye maisha ya watu wasio wahusu. Hakuna mwanamke asiyojua baba wa mtoto wake hata siku moja. Labda kama nyie huko kwenyu ndio tabia zenyu. Komeni tena, mnikome na mtoto wangu. Shobo zenyu pelekeni huko mlipowazoea. Kila siku nasemanga sitaki shobo, lakini sijui kwa nini hamjifunzi. Sitaki mazoea kwa kifala mimi. Upumbavu wenyu pelekeni huko na sio kuniongelea mimi na kizazi changu. And so as you can see, Hamisa Mobetto is not happy at all, especially because her son is a subject of discussion. And she has even put out in that particular statement for Manaswahili speakers is that these people have never met her son personally. They have never seen him, but they have so much to say about this child. Hamisa even went ahead to say that every woman knows the father to her child, and that is the same case with her. But at this point, she has had enough, and she's asking all these people who are putting her son as a subject of discussion to completely keep off her son and her name out of their mouths. Hamisa also shared that she has never for once asked anyone to help her raise her son. So how is her child a subject of discussion, especially a 5-year-old being discussed by adults? Anyway, so like I had mentioned earlier, is that there's a lot that can perhaps be done to stop all this. And Diamond Platnumz and Hamisa Mobetto took a DNA test, and despite Diamond Platnumz knowing if he is the father to Dylan or not, he has never come out to put out, or rather show through his actions, that he found out that this is his son. Now, this is through how he treats this young boy. He will quite often talk about his son Nassib. You will see him talking about Princess Tifa and Prince Nilan, but when it comes to Dylan, there's no mention of him at all. He ignores his birthday, and even when we go back, there was a time that actually the trip that we had covered of Zara the Boss Lady going to Tanzania with her kids, and this is after they had fallen off with Diamond Platnumz and they were not co-parenting really well. When things worked out, she took the kids to go see the other side of the family in Tanzania. And so we saw how Diamond Platnumz went all in, bringing in the outdoor playground. He put out the jacuzzi out there, the kids had a pool. Basically, as a parent, Diamond Platnumz went out of his way to ensure that his children are comfortable, they're having fun with their cousins. And then after they left Tanzania, Nassib Jr. was also in Tanzania, and we saw those beautiful photos of Diamond Platnumz watching cartoon with Nassib. He bought age-appropriate toys for Nassib Jr. because at that time I believe he was about almost one. And then what followed after Nassib left, and this is the time that, you know, Hamisa Mobetto and Tanasha Donna were looking forward to have the kids meet and have fun, but a lot of things were happening online at that time that this did not happen. Anyway, so Hamisa Mobetto's son visits Diamond Platnumz's house as well. And we see he takes some photos next to Diamond Platnumz's trophies. And then Diamond Platnumz sits on the balcony, leaves Dylan out there in the sun playing with the toys that he had bought Nassib Jr. So you could clearly see he did not put any effort knowing that his son Dylan was visiting him. We could get to see him spending time with Tifa. They played the guitar, they were playing the pool. You could see him just having a lot of engagements with Princess Tifa and Prince Nilan. The same thing that we also saw with Nassib Jr., them sitting in bed, watching cartoon, playing together. That was not extended to Dylan. Dylan, we just saw him out there in the sun, and even people called out Diamond Platnumz. And I believe that is the last engagement that you've gotten to see Diamond Platnumz being a father to Dylan. And so Diamond Platnumz, we can say, has the power to stop all this. He sees people talking about Dylan, saying that so and so is the father to Dylan. And if they did the DNA test like they said they did, and he knows that he is the father to this child, then we expect him also to defend his son the same way Hamisa Mobetto has come out to call out people saying that Dylan is not Diamond Platnumz's son. But what we see on Diamond Platnumz's end is silence, and that speaks quite a lot. So either they found out when they did the DNA test that he is not the father, and hence why he has completely distanced himself, and perhaps letting Hamisa Mobetto put it out that Diamond Platnumz is not the father to her son, or perhaps is just not interested at all with being in Dylan's life, even though he is the father. His family on the other side, especially his mother, have also played a huge role putting out that this is not Diamond Platnumz's son. Anyway guys, if you are Hamisa Mobetto, what would you do in such a situation where people continuously ridicule your son, continuously question his paternity, and the one person who perhaps might end all this is also not speaking up? And so in reference to that interview, basically what they said is that there is no resemblance whatsoever of Dylan to Diamond Platnumz. Their mouths, which is the signature of Diamond Platnumz, not the same at all. Basically, there's not even one feature in Dylan that can be linked to Diamond Platnumz. But one thing that we do know is that Hamisa Mobetto is sick and tired of people constantly talking about her son, questioning who the father is. Well then, you're up to date. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also turn on your post notification so notified once new uploads are up, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.